Hello, welcome to another RuneLife video. Here with me, Luke. Today we'll be going over the top 5 good and the top 5 bad points about owning an RSPS. Before we'd like to start, I'd just like to mention to like the video, comment your thoughts on this video or any potential future video ideas that you would like to see, and also subscribe to see all the content that RuneLife has to offer. Now let's dig straight into the video. I'm going to be starting with the top 5 bad points of owning an RSPS. Now, number 1 is RSPS is a gray area. Now, what do I mean by this? Back in 2005, around 18 years ago, the first RSPS was made. It was a leaked source from the OSRS game by Jagex. Jagex do know about this, and they do allow you to actually pursue to make your own RSPS, as long as you don't make over 50% of the revenue that Jagex actually make on a yearly basis. Another little problem is there is no legal protection. This is depending on how you run your RSPS. Some people run it like a fully fledged business, like probably the top 5-10 servers, and some people run it as a hobby. So when you're starting your RSPS and things do go south and people start attacking you or other things like this, you can't do too much about it. This is what I mean by the gray area. The next point, do you have what it takes to handle the pressure? Now, what I mean by this is, do you have the personality trait? Do you have the confidence to run the RSPS when things start to go south? Whether it's your business stops making money, whether it's you're not giving out frequent updates anymore, you will always hear about it from the players. Now, it's how you react to this that makes who you are and how you run your RSPS continue into the future. Most servers, I feel, go down within the first 1 to 2 months when he's released because they just can't handle the pressure. They either don't reinvest their money well, or they just can't handle the updates that people want or expect from them from an early stage. And if you're getting DDoS or you're getting hacked or things are getting leaked that you've been paying for a long time and you've just seen it on someone else's server, so someone in your team has been doing something dodgy, do you have the ability to handle this in a cool and calm and collected way? This brings me on to the third point, hacks and attacks. This is RSPS. It's not going to be smooth and plain sailing all the time. There's always going to be people hacking or wanting to leak your stuff. And this happened to me. When I released my server back in June, Naragon, there was a few attacks and there wasn't really anything I could do. All I could really do was just hope that the developer could do something about it, which he did. He stopped the attack slowly, but we were still having a lot of downtime. Now, can you understand this and can you tell the players and reassure them that you'll be back up soon and that there's nothing to worry about? That's the main priority here, the players when you do get attacked. My fourth point is it's working around the clock. Now, this is a 24-hour job. Your game is up for 24 hours a day. When you're sleeping, problems could arise and you have to awake and fix these problems. Your team will probably report this to you, but you have to delegate this problem and you have to fix it and resolve it as quick as possible, or otherwise you're going to lose players and you're going to lose loyalty. No one likes problems, and trust me, in RSPSs there are always problems that arise. You just have to be there and fix them at the appropriate time and just make sure that everything is going smoothly. Like I said, it's a 24-hour game. Sometimes you have to cancel your plans in real life and fix the issues on the game. Do or don't you have what it takes to run your RSPS? The last one is very important. Money runs the scene. Now, this is huge because when most servers start out, they don't have a huge budget. Most people are doing it as a hobby. Some people sort of reinventing their server. They're pushing it out again a year later, so it's sort of a refresh. Not too much probably has changed, so they do understand how to run it, and they probably have a little bit of money left over from the last time, so they'll push that into their release. But if you're starting out and you're kind of new like me, then you have to sort of plan ahead. Use whatever money you have. It's probably not a huge budget. My budget wasn't huge for sure. But the top servers in the scene, this you will find out, they will take as many ad spots as possible. They will have the best people working for them on a full-time basis. When you're working on the lower servers, the smaller servers, you probably won't be able to find the best developers because they're all taken. You'll probably be finding hobbyist developers that do it part-time, so they're not always there, which is annoying because you want someone to fix your problems when they arise, and that's what the full-time developers will be doing in the top 10, top 15 servers. So it's very hard competition. Now, like I said, you don't need a lot of money to get started in RSPS, but having a good amount does help and go a long way. If you're giving your players what you want, you're giving them frequent updates, you're keeping them happy, you're giving them things to do, then this is great. You're going to have a loyal player base, and this is probably one of the best things you can get when you run an RSPS, because these are the people that do help support your server and keep your server going. Now, after those 5 are out the way, I'm going to bring you on to the 5 good points of owning an RSPS. Number 1, it's super flexible. Now, what I mean by this is this job has allowed me to live and work in the country of Thailand for the past 2-3 years. I've also done a bit of traveling here and there, but it's been super flexible. I have to be awake sometimes really early or sometimes really late. But other than that, it's been an incredible journey to be from where I was to where I am now. It's given me so much freedom and so much time with the people that I want to spend time with, because I'm working from my laptop, so I can go out to the cafe and have a coffee with people, or I can take my laptop anywhere and just work from wherever I want. That's such a good benefit to owning an RSPS. My second point is you are the boss. Now, I think a lot of people like to be the boss. I kind of know this because in RSPS, a lot of people start telling me what I should and shouldn't be doing. But at the end of the day, I'm sort of the one running my own server, so I'm the one that makes the decisions and I'm the one that pushes the final things forward. You don't have to hear from anyone above. You can make every decision based on what you see or what you deem fit is necessary. And also, like I said, no one's controlling you. That's one thing that I've found out in RSPS that you don't want. You don't want to be working for someone who is very controlling, who starts pushing you about here and there and starts putting you under pressure every day for not doing the right things or not bringing in enough money for another private server, which has happened. My third point is you meet amazing people. Now, I must have spoken to hundreds, maybe 300-400 people across my time of working in RSPS, maybe even more than that, to be honest. And I've met so many amazing people from around the world, and I've heard so many amazing stories. I've even met a couple people, actually. I met someone in Hong Kong this year. He's one of my players on my server, and I also met someone previously here in Bangkok. You just meet these incredible people who have amazing stories around the world. They're just unbelievable. They keep your game going. They support you at all costs, you know. They understand that this is your full-time gig and they love to help you as long as you're giving them, you know, a fun game to play and they're giving them something to do that they're happy to support. Point number 4, make lots of money. Right. This is all dependent on your RSPS. I think also reputation helps in the scene. If you have a really big reputation and you're releasing a new server and word gets around, you get a lot of people on launch for sure. And I can predict some servers make at least $10,000 on the first day of launch. It's up to the owners how they spend their money. This money is what's gonna either make them or break them. Now, when it's a smaller server and you're starting your first month and you're making 10K in, shall we say, the first month, I'd say most smaller servers make $10,000 in the first month. You got to delegate this money correctly. 70 to 80% of new servers that come up go down within the first 2 months. And this is because they don't manage the money well. They either keep it all or they just don't pay the developer enough money and they don't reinvest into marketing well. It just goes all wrong. And that's, in my opinion, the wrong way to market or to run your RSPS. Also, it's a lot of money, shall we say $10,000 in the first month. It makes you financially free. But being financially free, I'm sure, is something that everyone in life does want. And I'd say if you have very good knowledge and you have a good reputation and people understand that you are a good person in RSPS, that you do release your server, I think you can go a long way. You just have to understand and manage your money well, and the money will keep on flowing in. My last point is you learn new things every day. This is personally something I find very important. In my life, in the past 2-3 years, I've gone from not knowing anything about RuneScape private servers to now owning a server, and now I'm even creating this community about RuneScape private servers. This is something I'm learning and building on for everyone to watch in the RSPS scene. I'm also building a community on the website, building a top list, going to be hosting many events as well. So this is something that has been on my priority list for the last 6 months, and here I am today. When you run a server, for me anyway, I started running and owning a server over a year ago now. I didn't know anything about development. Now, the past year, I've sort of gone into it to help out my developer. I've learned some things, and every day I'm learning a new bit of Java. Now, it may not seem much, but everything you learn, it's very important, because I feel the skills you learn today or the things you learn that change your mindset today are very important for the shaping of your future. the past 2-3 years has just been self-development and self-learning for me in this industry, and here I am today. Now, thank you for watching. If you have any of your own points that you would think that I missed out on the top 5 good or the top 5 bad of owning an RSPS, do comment them below, and remember to like the video, comment on what you think below, your opinion on the video or any of the future video ideas, and give us a subscribe to see all future content on RuneLife. We will look forward to speaking to you in the next video for RuneLife. So thank you and see you next time.